I'll keep holding on. I'll keep holding on. I'm fucking freezing cold. Should've put a jumper on. Jumper, jumper, jumper. It's gone flat. Well, here we are on the FZ1, having a bit of fun, talking shit. This road's pretty bumpy. Just had new tyres on it, so I'm doing a bit of straight line work, try and wear the release agent off. Was told probably need to do a good couple of 100 Ks. I've done 13, so got a bit of riding to do, but that doesn't bother me. What bothers me today is it's bloody cold. Got no idea what to talk about. I don't have to talk. I'm never going to be a motor vlogger. So I've just managed to finally find that Shark do make a pin lock for my thing on my head, helmet. So this is my first outing with a pin lock, first outing on these new tyres, and first outing on this bike. I'm praying like all shit it doesn't rain. It's actually looking a bit dark. I must say this thing's quite comfortable. I actually quite surprised how well it's breaking the wind compared to my Suzuki that I had, so pleasantly surprised about that. Really starting to think that a little windshield might be quite a good addition to this. But yeah, I'm quite surprised. It's not really windy today, but you know, when you're cruising along at 100, you get a bit of wind, so it's kind of acceptable when you're riding naked, but it's actually more wind coming up the sleeves of my jacket than anywhere onto my face, I think. So I actually feel quite, you know, well cocooned, surprisingly. Probably a couple of things I'm not quite a fan of on this bike at first impressions. It's got the fairly standard type rubber grips on it, which I think are probably just feel a bit hard. You want something a little bit softer. I don't have the best gloves on it today. Well, when I say the best, they're probably not the most suited to this weather. I probably should have something that comes over the jacket instead of goes under it, more of a gauntlet thing. So it could just be that my fingers are a bit cold at the moment. To wear down the tyre a little. So the as I just said, this is my first proper outing on this bike. I've ridden it around the streets a little bit, but that's kind of all. I really wanted to have this thing exactly how I wanted it before I registered it. You know, I just wanted to get everything done to it. I was in no rush at all to do it because it's been winter over here. So I really just wanted to get absolutely everything on it that I wanted, how I wanted it. And now I'm on its maiden voyage, so to speak. probably the biggest thing I'm not sure on this at the moment is actually the accuracy of the speedo, because I changed the gearing. I've got a speedo DRD on it. I haven't actually tested it, so for all I know I could be miles out, but judging by the pace I'm holding with the cars, I think it's close enough to keep my licence. As I said, new tyres, so I'm a bit scared to get on the throttle until I've got it pretty much straight. I did have a bad experience with the last bike, which didn't have anywhere near the power of this one, where probably come pretty close to laying it down, but didn't. Not sure how. Just luck. One thing I have got on the way for this is a speedo gear indicator. I can actually see the benefits of it, because I think I will lose track of what gear I'm in from time to time. So a couple of times already I've actually gone for 7th. So we'll wander in. I feel like a pie or something, a bit hungry. Having an absolute ball on this thing, though, I've got to tell you that. Fit in there. I think that's 3rd gear, I'm not sure. 4, let's count them. 5, 6. Yeah, I was right. So I did all the usual mechanical mods to this bike. I won't, spell them out. Check any of the FZ1 forums and you'll see what they normally are. I've done all that. Few cosmetic upgrades, bit of carbon. Actually can't get over how easy this bike is to ride. I suppose it's only not very old, so came off something that was 25 years old. Roundabout city here now. Look at that. Why would you put that in the middle of a roundabout? That'd be the imaginary zero gear. It's interesting. I might actually just sneak up here. Going to get the speedo app on my phone out. Let's check how accurate it is. Crap, I don't have it. That's the one I had. Apparently I'm doing 7. Okay. Pop that in there. I think I could ride this thing all around town just on idle. Nice and quiet down here today. So I'll get it up to a steady 50. $49, $50, somewhere around there. Ducked in that park. Let's have a look. So I might have got to 51 or so there. I'm predicting that 46. 4K's out. We'll call that 5 at 50. So it's further out than I'd like. Need to make some adjustments. Brought a Jeep. That there be the joys of a leader bike. Just pick a gear, any gear, and away you go. Very forgiving. Oh, car park's full. Oh, my hands are freezing.